Thanks for stopping by. I'd like to preface this video by saying it is not a tutorial, but it means to have something playing in the background while you work on your own project. If you're like me and really enjoy having something on while you work, sometimes the content you like is very visually engaging and you're several hours in and haven't gotten nearly as far along in your project as you would have liked to. So that's where I come in. If you're new here, welcome, and if you're returning, welcome back. Happy Friday! I hope you are ready to start the weekend. I am probably very much ready to start the weekend. It is a Sunday evening when I'm filming this, but by the time you see it, I'm probably chomping at the bit to get into wearing my pajamas a little longer in the day and sleeping in and all that good stuff, and perhaps some more knitting and filming with you. I have here the project that you've seen a lot of recently and probably will continue to see a lot of for the next week or so, depending on how fast I can get through the second sock. But this is the sock I'm knitting for my cousin's daughter, and I have it in the sock ruler right now because the last time I filmed I took a little bit of a measure and I honestly think we have lost some stitches. I'm not entirely sure, but I put it in here and I thought we would have made more progress by now, but we're not. So we are right now at 7 inches and we need to be at 7.5, so right about there, and we need to be just right here, and right now we are there. So ½ inch, and then we can start shaping the toe. I feel like every time I see you and I say that, I haven't gotten that far, which, you know, when I spend more time talking than knitting, that's probably why. So yes, I hope you are going to have a good weekend. I hope your week went well. Is there anything cool you have planned? Anything exciting? Are those of you who are thinking ahead about holiday knitting, are you going to do that? Actually, I almost forgot to mention on Monday's episode that past weekend, was the local yarn shop day. I think Saturday was actually like the local yarn shop day, and then, you know, some people extended their specials through Sunday. But did any of you participate in that? I didn't. Of course, the timing of it being, I'm not going to buy anything until October because I'm waiting to hear some stuff from you guys. Because if you don't know, September is my birthday month, and for the month of September, I've held off on buying a lot of yarn stuff, with the exception of a couple things, with the hopes that you guys would be able to offer some suggestions to me of what you think I should have in my collection, whether it be yarn, with emphasis on indie yarn dyers, or a product that might help me with knitting that you have or you think that I might enjoy. I'm waiting through September to gather any and all suggestions, and then if I see something and if it's something I can't afford and definitely looks like something I would like, then I will buy it, and then in October I'll review what I collected. So yeah, if you did buy anything during the local yarn shop day / weekend, let me know what you got, and if you really like it, or if you bought it online and are waiting for it to arrive to you, or if you were able to visit a shop in person. I haven't been in a yarn shop in person in a long time. I think it was December, or maybe it was even November? I can't remember now. It was a while ago. That's how long it's been. And some of the yarn shops near me do have protocols in place to allow for safe shopping inside, but because I don't drive, not that I can't drive, I don't have a car of my own to drive, so my partner has a vehicle, and every now and then I will drive while they are in the vehicle, or if I have to run a super short errand to like a local store, then I will take the car by myself, but I don't drive it into the city area alone. And the closest yarn shop to me is far, and it would take a lot of public transportation and ride share to get to it by myself, so I don't go in person. And especially now, because I am a lot more leery of being in public spaces, especially enclosed public spaces like public transportation. Even if I do have a mask on and all that, I just, if I can avoid that, then I will. And I don't see going to a yarn shop a necessity like getting some food. Like, food I need to survive, even if it's like going to Subway or something, ordering something for pickup and taking it home, I'm still feeding myself. But yarn, there are other ways to get yarn without having to be in person. And thankfully, a few, not all of them, but some of the yarn shops that I do enjoy have online ordering of a very small selection of their inventory. But, you know, if I wanted to, I could buy some stuff online. I can probably even place an order by calling them and just saying, hey, I think I remember seeing yada 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 in your shop. Would you mind sending it to me? Can I PayPal you and can you send it to me? And I think some of them are pretty cool with that and actually have it as an option. But for the most part, if I don't see it, if I don't see a picture of what it is, then I'm not going to add it to my cart. That's just how I roll. But yeah, let me know if you did go shopping on local yarn shop day and tell me what you got. I'd be curious to know. I completely didn't even realize it was in existence until like late Friday. I was on Instagram and I saw some local yarn shops that were advertising that they had sales and things because of it. And I got a couple emails from some of the local yarn shops to my area that had said, hey, Paws and Pearls, you know, we're having this special going on. And I was like, oh, too bad, because I'm waiting. However, if I think about it, we still have the trusty Small Business Saturday that's the Friday, or not the Friday, that's the day after Black Friday. So if, you know, because I missed out on local yarn shop day, I know a lot of the folks that I purchased from in the past usually participate in Small Business Saturday, so I imagine there'll be some other cool things on special discount then as well. And then that'll give me more time to kind of look through the inventory and really think. Especially if I missed out on something that I would have bought for my birthday, I still have a second chance later in November. So there's that. But yeah, there's just so much yarn in the world and not enough time to knit all of it. I'm wondering what year will it be when I'm finally through like my collection of yarn. Will I ever be through my collection? Do I have enough willpower to actually knit every single bit of yarn I have before I buy any more? I don't know. I really don't know if I can. I just get so inspired by so many different things. Pretty yarn, cool pattern, just a fun little project to do, someone to knit for. Like, there's so many reasons to have a wide variety of yarn that I just don't know if I'll ever get through my collection without buying more. Now, I can definitely get through what I have now, but, you know, from now to next month when I'll be buying some more, will I ever see one container full of empty wrappers or scraps? Because I have a lot of yarn now that I haven't even knit with at all, and most of it is project based. Like, I bought it specifically for projects, and some of it was like, it was cute and it was on sale or not on sale, and I just happened to be in the shop and saw it, and I was like, ooh, this would be cute for something, let me just buy that. So let me know if you have any of those thoughts as well. Do you struggle with thinking about how much yarn you have and how much you can physically knit with? Or is it just part of the nature of the hobby where you collect and collect, and you might not use all of it, but it's still fun to look at and think about, like, what kinds of projects you'd use it for? I will say that I haven't bought any yarn yet without the intention of using it for something. Though I know, at least I don't know firsthand, but I've seen people, let me see what time we're on. Okay, perfect. I've seen people say, like, oh, you know, this yarn's just too pretty, I can't let it go, or I can't decide on what to knit with it, or I can't bear to have it on a project and, like, set it free, kind of a thing. And I'm like, but I bought it because I want to see it turn into something. However, yeah, there's lots of yarn that I haven't picked a project yet, but I have an idea of what I could use it for. It's just a matter of getting around to using it. Like, I'm thinking on the top of my head, I have this, it's called Tina tape. It's this really pretty, kind of like champagne-y pink, shiny kind of yarn. That's a tape, so it's like a wide yarn that I got from Wool and the Gang, and I think I only have one little skein of it, and I bought it only to make the shipping limit for free shipping from Wool and the Gang. However, it's so pretty, I could see it being like a really nice shawl or scarf, but I don't have enough at the moment to just make one project out of it, so I need to buy at least one more skein, maybe two, to actually use it for this project that I have in mind. But it's just so pretty and soft. I'm like, oh, that'd be such a cute wrap, because it's definitely a neutral that works with a lot of stuff I have, especially in like the early spring. It'd just be so cute. So I definitely have an idea for it. And then a lot of the sock yarn I bought, well, is for socks, but I found this pattern called like sock head cowl or something like that. Sock something. And it's literally just use sock weight yarn and knit around and around and around. You have a little bit of rib stitching for the top and the bottom of the cowl, or like each edge, and then the middle is just stockinette, and it's really just to display like the colors of your yarn. Think of like a sock blank, but just wider so it fits over your head. That's literally all it is a sock blank with some rib stitching on the top and the bottom. And I'm like, I can do that. That's an easy one. I can whip out so many of those and just have sock cowl for every single color outfit I have. But I also want socks too, just for my feet. And maybe some thin gloves or, fingerless mittens or something like that. So there are things, definitely things I can use with some of the stuff I have. And others will make great blankets, scrappy blankets, or hats. I'm also thinking of one day after I finish with these socks, all these socks I'm knitting, to think more about a lot of the housewares that I really want. Hey, you know what? I bought, this is totally random. I thought okay, on such a tangent, I bought, so I think it was on Monday, right? I was showing you guys all the yarn that I had. I bought, on top of the yarn that I got from Knit Picks, I got this pattern book. It's called Petite Presents. And so they're all like little yarn busting, well, they're not yarn busting projects, but they are small projects. And I guess if you do have the yarn, you could make them. But I bought it, literally, I know it sounds silly, but if you know me, I'm kind of on a whim person. I bought it for this pattern. Hopefully the glare isn't too bad, but it's called the Mini Kitty Poof. And I really, really, really wanted it. And I'm like, I already have a Knit Picks pattern book with cat pillow things in it, but I really, really wanted that cat poof. And yes, I could have just bought the digital download of the one pattern, but I'm like, I like a book. I like something in my hands and sturdy. So, just to let you know, one day I'm gonna have my perusing pattern books series continue. I mean, I think we're on like episode 11, 13, something like that. But I have this pattern book, I have another one, and another one that I bought, so I have at least 3 real pattern books and maybe 1 or 2 catalogs that have come in the mail in the last couple months that I want to go over with you guys. So those are going to be some videos coming up. But I'm like, did I forget that? And it was just at the bottom of the box that I had all the sock yarn in that I was showing you guys earlier. So, continuing. I don't remember what I was talking about now. Projects? Yes, okay, so yeah, one of the projects I was thinking of one day when I'm finished with the Christmas socks is to get back into homewares. And when I said homewares in my head, that's what sparked me looking for this pattern book, because I was like, wait, homewares? I have a cat poof that I need to make, or a couple of them, and those are the cat poofs. There are other cat pillows that I want to make, and I was thinking of other stuff that I actually could use. And one thing that I was thinking about making was a cover for, or covers for my kitchen appliances, mainly my toaster, because it gets dusty a lot, because I don't use it often, but it's down in an area that is easily dusty, so I always have to clean it off when I use it, because I don't have a cabinet to keep it in, so it's out in the open. And my juicer and my stand mixer also get dusty, so they have like trash bags over them, but I'm like, if I could make a knitted just a really cute cover for those, then I'll always have a really cute cover for my kitchen appliances. And they'll look a lot better on top of my fridge than trash bags. So I was thinking of that. And just other odds and ends like towels, like actual hand towels and washcloths, just for either decoration, but hand towels for sure, like drying hand towels, and maybe a rug or two. I already have blankets, on the list because cat blanket that I'm making for my kitties. I have the knitterati that I'm doing. I have the hooked yarn that I bought for something. So I have quite a few blankets on the horizon that I'm making, but pillowcases, maybe some other bedspread type things. If I really feel creative, maybe some curtains or placemats. So more, dishcloths. Everybody does dishcloths, right? So I need to get in on that. Just stuff like that. Or all things that I've been thinking about would be nice to have, like more handmade touches around the house. So, yep. But I gotta get through these Christmas songs first. So here we are. We are at the end of our round. Again, we are just making a little bit of progress each day, each time you see me. So I'm sure next week we're going to have sock 2 because I'm literally so close to finishing this one that I think sock 2 will be next week. And here we are, a little further. So with that, thank you so much for stopping by. I know I'm like going a mile a minute. I'm on this tangent, on that tangent. I just talk. Things are just coming out of my mouth all the time. Do they make sense? Sometimes, but we're here for the ride. This is a journey and the process. So with that, yes, I will see you next week. I hope you have a great weekend. Bye.